When deciding which is the best business for you to launch, doing a thorough research can save you from major disappointment. A key consideration might be how much equity you want to cash in when you exit this business. The reality is that very few first-time entrepreneurs actually think about equity building when they pick a business to start. Hello, I'm Patricia Bottero St-Jean, founder of Open for Business and business research strategist. I spent the last 30 years in the trenches of America's Main Street business, from launching independent startups to franchising and acquisitions, while coaching business owners in all three. I help corporate professionals and aspiring first-time entrepreneurs, perhaps like yourself, transition from employee to business owner. I teach how to exercise due diligence in identifying the right business path, the right market, and the right business, which is the one where you will be most successful and happiest. Last week, we discussed equity in turnkey concepts and how essential it is to verify that the business systems in place of whichever concept you are considering are solid, because that is the reason you are paying for a franchise fee, to have access to well-established systems and training. Great systems in place will mean faster equity building for you because it will require less time for ramp up and less working capital than, for example, a startup, which means the business should break even and show a profit sooner than, again, a startup. The week before that, we discussed equity in a brand new startup, which is, it's true that there is great opportunity in building equity in a startup. It also usually takes longer to become profitable because you're creating new systems in a new business, and that often takes try and error. Of course, it depends on the type of business that you're starting, a brick and mortar versus a home-based location. A brick and mortar location, for example, can be perfect for you, but it can also cost more to operate due to fixed costs, such as a monthly rent. And it may take longer to break even because it will require greater working capital due to the cost they would take. This week, we're covering equity in acquiring an established business that is for sale. An acquisition is the good news is that the business is already cash flowing, unless of course you're looking at turning one around that is losing money, but that's a different discussion. Here are two main points that I'd like to bring to your attention when it comes to systems, equity, and an established business that is for sale. The first point is the premium you are paying for a cash flowing business represents the equity that the seller has built over the years, which means that if the business is mostly optimized, for example, the resources of time, money, and space are fully utilized or almost, you're probably not going to increase much more value in the business over time. But at least if you keep the business at least as profitable as it was when you bought it, you can recover your investment when you're ready to exit. And that is still positive because you bought it as an immediately cash flowing business, which means you save time and money in getting to the point of making profit. A great way to increase equity over time beyond the original investment of an optimized business will typically require that you expand by investing additional capital. By the way, if you have a question about this, please make a comment below and I will reply. My second point I wanted to make is if you're considering acquiring a business that has none or very few business systems in place, you should have greater negotiating leverage because when you buy the business and the seller leaves, you will need to build the business systems, which sometimes can be even more difficult than building systems in a brand new venture, brand new startup. And here's why. You might encounter resistance from current stakeholders, such as employees, vendors, or even customers. Sometimes The lack of systems in a business is comfortable for people who are involved with it, and because there is less accountability usually. Keep that in mind when deciding to buy a business. What systems are not in place and how much work, therefore, how much time, therefore, how much money will it take to turn this system-starved company into a well-oiled business machine that will grow equity? That's it for this week. We completed this series of 3 videos and 1 blog where we examine this big element in your decision of choosing the right business for you in each type that you might consider a startup, a turnkey concept, or an acquisition. And that big element is the influence of business systems and how much equity will grow for you to cash in when you're ready to exit for retirement or maybe to start a brand new venture. I hope this was helpful. Don't forget, subscribe to my channel if you'd like to receive more information that can help you how to choose the right business for you. And for the next few weeks, I have a surprise for you. We're going to discuss the various styles of entrepreneurs where you will have the opportunity to take a free assessment, and that will help you identify which entrepreneurial style you might be right now so that you can match yourself to the right type of business. I really cannot emphasize this very simple fact enough. Matching yourself to the right business is the first most important decision to make, and it is deceivingly easy to choose the wrong path to business ownership or to even be sold one. My mission is to show you how you can transform your life by teaching you my step-by-step formula in researching and exercising due diligence so you can choose the right business where you will be the most successful and happiest. Don't forget, next week we will continue our conversation. Subscribe to my channel, and if you'd like to receive more information on how to choose the right business to build a life you love. And cheers to your success.